He was an ultra-curious, full of beans child when I first met him on the sets of his father David Dhawan's film. Then I met him again as a restless assistant director on My Name is Khan. And finally, on Student of the Year, he was a full-blown actor. Varun Dhawan's boundless energy and his hunger to succeed is unmistakable. Today, after several successes, he's a big star. And I'm curious to know what makes him tick. Welcome to the show, Varun. But I have to ask you a question. You told the producers that you're very nervous about being on this show.
I am very nervous because I'm on this show, but that's because of you. I should tell everyone that I've known Niranjan since my first film, since the first time I spoke a line in front of the camera and I was corrected for my incorrect grammar or because I didn't put the nukta or other reasons. But he's been very nice to me also, but he's been a little bad also to me. So
How have I been bad to you?
he hit me a couple of times, pushed me downstairs.
No, that's not true. I'm not a violent person at all. I may have shouted but not been violent. Varun, tell me something. When did you actually decide that you wanted to be an actor?
I was in Nottingham and at the age of 16 or 17 and I saw this film called American Psycho. Patrick Bateman is the character Christian Bale plays, and more than an actor, I wanted to play this character. So I didn't probably have the maturity or I didn't have that decision, oh, I want to become an actor and play this character. But I was so obsessed with investment bankers and the way they dressed and the way they had the card that they would give out and this briefcase. And I actually went to an accounting school. I studied iBanking and stuff just because how obsessed I was with Patrick Bateman's character. And
So since you're saying that it happened at the age of 16, what was your thought before that?
Honestly, I did have a really good childhood. I can't ask for anything more. I got whatever I wanted pretty much. My mother grounded me and put those values in me also, but my dad spoilt me as well. So everyone did say that he'll become an actor, but I never said I'll become an actor because growing up, I saw so many fans and strugglers come home, you know, from Bihar, from Nepal, from Kashmir. They would just travel all the way and come to my residence trying to give one audition or give a tape or a letter to my dad. So seeing that, I said, मुझ में इतना passion नहीं है अभी. I said, जब होगा तो मैं बोलूँगा. But so I wanted to actually get into banking and stuff at that time because I thought I'm smarter than this. I don't have to be an actor.
Oh, so you thought that acting didn't require brains that much?
At that age group, I thought that you don't have to be that educated or you don't have to be that intelligent. And I was like, no, I'm more than this. I need to do this. But when I decided to be an actor and then I faced so many obstacles, I actually questioned myself, can I act? A lot of times I had this conversation, I think, with myself and can I act? Because I was quite bad, I think, initially.
So what was your dad's reaction? Because I think he wanted you to be a banker or something.
My grandfather used to be like the head of HSBC and he had an office in Hong Kong and all. So actually my family comes down from there. My dad was okay with me being whatever I wanted to be, but he told me very clearly that I won't launch you.
Okay.
I said, one, I don't think I'm a very good actor. Second, my dad's career is also not doing very well. Third, how am I going to get a break?
And then what happened?
Then my mother happened. She said, you want to be an actor, you go out there and get it on your own, you know. Don't think he's never launched anyone and I don't think he wants to. That's not the way he works. And the second hurdle was this, that what my parents told me is that you make sure that if you get a film, it has to be with the director who's as big as dad or the banner is as big. So I had to get a film also, I had to get a good film also, and then I started Barry John.
I remember you saying in interviews that your mother was damn strict with you when you were a kid and you don't think yourself you're a good actor. Why would you want to choose this profession?
See, I'm very close to my mother. So my mom always knew that if I wanted to do something, I have to want to do it. My mom thought I'm very immature and not worldly wise. So she just wanted me to get that thing ingrained, that how you have to work really hard to achieve something. But will you put in this hard work?
So what are the things that she finds like you need to improve?
I know she gets upset when I tweet and I use incorrect grammar. Then on Instagram, if I put if there are any pictures of mine shirtless and stuff, she really doesn't like that. I know that. Now it's a lot about girls and this and that she brings up once in a while. I remember there was this whole phase of baggy pants. Like every kid I got influenced, so I got these really baggy pants and people felt it's cool to show your underwear and stuff. So I would walk around like that. My mom hated that. What is it, pants? How can you wear that? Let me be.
And then what did you decide once your mom said you have to go out there and get a great banner, which is as big as your dad's, and a great role and launch yourself? What did you do?
My struggle is what I call it. Started with me joining MAD as an assistant, as an intern, and I would catch this bus every morning at around 6:30 or 7 outside my house, go to Worli, and I would sit there without work for the first 4 days. I think it was the best experience of my life. And the most fun part about doing that was, I remember we were doing this Sania Mirza ad, who I would think was was hot at that. I mean, she's still very pretty, but at that time I thought she's quite hot. And I was very excited to work with her. So they gave me this ad to get shoes.
Okay.
They said Linking Road जाओ और हमें कुछ 150-200 shoes चाहिए. I walked on Linking Road trying to strike deals with shopkeepers who everyone has said no. They said 1 lakh का demand draft दो, या you have to give us some promised money that कुछ हो गया जूतों को, then we'll take this money. Finally I met one uncle who was so tired. I told him कि दे दो भाई, मैं मतलब थक गया हूँ, मुझसे कुछ नहीं हो रहा है और ये करना है. So he gave me. And now when I went on this shoot, I was like, I have got the shoes. And the shoes are in the background. So I thought like, I'm the guy who's making the shoot happen. I'm this production guy, this backbone of this ad. And I was treated worse than, like I was treated like a spot boy on that shoot at that time. Because I kept saying, joote mere hai, joote mere hai. And in the end they were like, joote ko hatao yaar, joote ko hatao yaar. And they didn't like the shoes. They were like, the shoes are too ugly. And yeah, one other good thing happened on the shoot is that Sania Mirza asked me for an apple. Okay. And that kind of made my day. I got her an apple.
So you got her an apple.
I got her an
apple. At least
apple.
she was appreciative of what you did.
She was like, oh, this young child is there, or a boy is there.
But you have always been charming, because if I can recollect an incident from My Name is Khan while you were assisting.
Oh God.
I remember when we had to score beer.
Yeah.
And you were the only one, because we were all sitting in the room and saying, Varun, you're the man, you have to go and get this.
That was just to get... that was... oh, you're calling it beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm calling it beer.
Yeah, I remember that very well, and we did eventually get it, and we had a really good time.
Yes,
I think.
And we got rid of the sauce as well.
Sauce as well. Oh God, yeah. No, I think My Name is Khan for me was a life-changing experience, very honestly. Working with Karan Johar, Karan Malhotra, my life changed. You know, people talk about struggle and they say star kids don't have to struggle. For me, that was a big struggle, yeah. For someone who's not woken up any day at 6, you know, who's always got 8 hours of sleep and then suddenly has to sleep 3 hours or something.
Yes.
You're going to get a jhatka in any case, you know. You're not used to being shouted at. You have a person shouting at you. There's so many things, yeah, so many things that happened on that film which kind of, I don't know, changed me as a person, I think.
After your mad experience, around the same time probably, you came to Karan's office. That's when I saw you for the first
long
time.
hair.
With long hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, who's this person who has just walked in as if he owns this office and
I
entered Karan's
keep
room?
getting told about that even till this day.
I asked Karan, I said, Karan, who is this? So he said, he's David's son. I said, David's son? He said, yeah, Niranjan, he wants to be an actor.
I'd met Karan in Goa, I remember, during some holiday and this and that. And Karan told me this 4-5 years back. And Karan's very nice to kids. In general, always. He's very good to kids. I've always seen that. So I don't know whether at that time it was because of the child or what was the reason, but he told me that whenever you want to enter films, you come meet me. And this was 3 years back. Cut to 3 years in the future, I have just walked in like this promise. Karan Johar made me this promise that if I want to enter films, I should come meet him. So I was like, you told me, 3 years, I'm here. And initially he just met me and the first thing he said, you have to cut your hair. Cut your hair and your wardrobe will need to change. This is what Karan told me. And then he showed me around the office. One big part I'm missing out about why I became an actor and why I always believed I'll become an actor is because of The Rock. Being his fan, like he would talk so much to his fans when he's wrestling, you know. He would say, the millions and the millions of The Rock's fans. So I would actually feel that The Rock is addressing me. I actually had a one-to-one. I would feel, no, this man is talking to me. Like my whole school years, from the 6th to the 10th, I actually called myself The Rock. I did such a good imitation. My seniors would like take me inside like the classroom and lock the door and they would tell me imitate him and stuff. And obviously all the like senior girls would find it like cute and stuff.
Quite cute. Yeah. When you came to know that Karan was making Student of the Year eventually, because there was a lot of back and forth on the film also. First it was going to be made, then it was not going to be made. So what was your phase? Like you were focused on that or were you trying elsewhere also?
I showed Karan a short film of mine which I'd done called Adrenochrome. And it's after that he kind of got really... I remember Ayan and Karan saw it together. And then they were like damn happy and this and that. And I was like, yeah man, that's pretty good. And then there was no talk after that. In that period I auditioned for Life of Pi. I auditioned for Dhobi Ghat and I was called for an audition from a very big banner, another very big banner. And I remember Karan telling me that don't go for these auditions. When he told me that, then I knew that something is going to happen.
But do you remember the exact day when he said that, Varun, I'm making this movie and you are going to be the lead in it?
So he came home and my dad, my mom, and I'm sitting over there. And my mom was like, but Karan, who's going to direct this movie? Just because my mom knows, actually my mom knows Karan very well.
Yes.
So, and Karan was saying Puneet might or Tarun might and all that stuff. So I'm expecting that, which was very good. And looking, and then he was like, I'm going to direct this movie. I was like, no. I was like, you? I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. And then he gave me like this big hug and then it was like amazing.
But when the movie actually started, what was your feeling?
I was very nervous. I remember Yashji had come to the set and there were so many people on the set and we were doing Radha and I remember from all three of us, Alia was the least nervous actually.
Yes, she was.
Siddharth and me were put out. We were very scared. Both our hands were like cold. His hand was blue probably and even mine was very cold. And I remember Siddharth and me were holding hands at one time also because he was so scared. But I have this thing that if I'm scared, I'll put on even more of a show. So I tried to behave even more confident. Like I was standing like that, I stood like that. I looked and I had to smile. I had to give a smile into camera and I said, no, I've got this. I smiled and this started flickering. And that was me being nervous.
But in your debut film, you were pitted against somebody who is your contemporary now and who's a sort of rival. There was a lot of insecurity, both from your end and from his end. So what was that like?
Very honestly, initially probably during that time because of people. It was always there. People were saying, yeah, my people are telling me this. So that all, and we've actually sat and spoken about it during the film. But me and him actually have never had our relationship has never been like that.
Correct.
Because we are very different people. The fun fact, which actually very few people know, but probably close people have noticed this. Me and Alia compete more than Siddhartha and I compete.
It's true.
Me and she are always competing. Humpty, for that matter, was a full-on competition going on between me and her.
Your immediate next choice after Student of the Year was Main Tera Hero.
Yeah.
Okay, which was... So were you very clear in your strategy that you would do commercial films first?
But actually, I did sign Badlapur after Student of the Year.
Oh, so before Main Tera Hero?
Yeah, before Main Tera.
Main Tera Hero. Oh, okay. And how did that come about?
I met Sriram a couple of times. He narrated me a couple of scripts which I didn't like. Then I met Dinu, who I know very well as a friend now. And they offered me the film. And I remember they offered me the film and there was a glass whiskey shot on the other side. They said, if we all are on board, then we'll all have the shot. And I was like, what am I getting into, man? This is a very hardcore way of doing a film. But I got offered that story and for the last week, I couldn't stop talking about it, couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like, I got to do that. As an actor, I have to do something like that. And I had the glass of whiskey and I was on. That film is something that I can't really explain the process about because I kind of lived that film. I just know that much. I know that there's a lot of honesty in that film. There's no false note and a lot of people can question a lot of things in the film and this and that, but I know for a fact in that role I did become that person.
Yeah, I remember meeting you also during that time and a couple of times and you kept telling me that you're in a weird space.
I was in a weird space. I was in a weird space.
So what was that weird space? Was it darkness that you were exploring?
There was a lot of negativity, yeah. It was a lot of... I was calling for pain. I was calling for anguish. I was calling for darkness, heartbreak, and it was a bad time. I mean, I'm sure people go into that when personal tragedies do happen. But it's difficult to go into that when your life is really good, yeah.
But you did have around the same time a lot of turbulence in your relationship as well, right? That was also going on.
I think in, not one, but I think in many. A lot of friends were misunderstanding me. A lot of people were not understanding what I'm going through or what I'm becoming at home. I was snapping at my parents, having a lot of fights, and they were not understanding what's happening to their son or whatever. I stopped talking to a lot of people.
And your relationship was also turbulent at that time. With Alia, it was going through a lot of ups and downs.
No, see, I think with her especially, I think things get so misconstructed. At the end of the day, the society we live in, she's a girl, I might say something, it might mean something else, but people, then they start questioning a girl's morality and this and that. But that's the reason I don't think I need to talk about it. She's been a great friend to me. She's been a great supporter to me, and I don't blame her one bit. And nothing happened. The only thing that happened was that I got into this film.
So was that the only reason why it kind of split? There was no other differences?
We genuinely fight a lot. Like we fight, then we make up, then we laugh, and we are like children when we meet, because probably our personalities are very alike or something like that. But that's how our thing is. But for me, what happened with Badlapur was that I said that I'm going to do this film and I'm going to do it my way, and this is the process I want to go through. And this is the way. And I changed probably during that time, and I became rude to a lot of people. Now, see, we'll talk about Alia because she's an actress and stuff, but there are so many other people in my life that I had similar things with, a lot of close people that kind of moved away, didn't understand. But there were 3 or 4 friends that stood by me, and what I'm happy about is that they were the same friends who I've known since my childhood, and they were the ones who actually kind of said, हाँ ये पागल हो गया, but ठीक है.
There was a constant speculation in the media about all your link-ups. But does it bother you that you're linked up with people and stuff? No?
It initially did, but now I don't care. I don't care, yeah, most of the time. Like, they would write stuff about me and Nargis, and I know Nargis and me. Like, I know the relationship I share with her. She's the most wonderful fuckery. She's the funniest girl I've ever met. And obviously, she is very beautiful, and a lot of guys would love to, like, you know, date her and stuff like that. But me and she have a totally different relationship, yeah. We have an amazing relationship. We are like, she's one girl I actually treat like a boy, and I can sit and laugh and chill with, and like, we watch Family Guy together. We like watching comedies, the same type of humor. So, and she's someone who time and again we'll message, we'll keep in touch, but there's nothing more than that.
There's one name that has been consistent from the time you've done your first film, which is Natasha.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to say Siddharth.
No, Siddharth, no, Natasha.
But I was linked to Siddharth, you know this as well.
No one told me about it.
That has also been, so that's why I'm saying there's so many weird things that people write.
And what about Natasha, like I said?
Again, you know, about her, the reason why I have not spoken about it is because she doesn't want me to.
Okay.
That is the truth. When you're from this line, it's very different. Now, when they're not from this line, you know, they take to media and media glare and just in a very different way. That's the reason I don't speak about it.
Oh, that's a good thing. You should respect.
Yeah, I do that. And it's not like I've not tried, huh? I've been in a lot of situations then where, like, I'll get blamed then, you know.
But you had said in one of your interviews that you'll never marry an actress. Do you still believe that? After acting, after meeting so many people?
After I said that, I got shouted at very badly by one senior actor who I won't name, very close to me. And he told me you should not make such statements. And after that, I have retracted my statement.
So you're saying now that there is a possibility that you might marry an actress? No. But what is it? Why would you make a statement like that? What is it about actresses that sort of...
No, there's nothing with actresses. I love actresses. I'm mad myself. And actresses also, we are all actors. I just think actors are mad. And I think 2 actors together, I don't know what they'll do.
They'll burn the house down probably.
Yeah. Get dramatic suddenly. I don't know what will happen.
Speaking about marriage, relationships and all, I remember one of your dad's comments where he said that I'm not going to let Varun marry till Salman Khan marries. So, what do you have to say about that? Because I think he's the eternal bachelor of the
But Salman always says that when you get married, I'll get married after that. So I don't know. I don't know who's waiting for whom right now, but I don't know. Let's see. There's still time.
What I notice about you is that you really enjoy dancing.
I love
ABCD too. And what kind of music do you like?
I listen to a lot of Nirvana. I would listen to a lot of Doors. I used to at one point. Then Metallica. I got into a lot of popular music, you could say. Now I listen to a lot of Skrillex and House and here and there. But I have to tell you one thing about me is that I'm very bad at remembering lyrics. Very bad. Like any song, I'll make up this thing about making up lines, what you told me. It happens in songs also. I'll sing the song and then I'll just add my own lyrics.
Lines and lyrics to it.
Yeah, I'll just add my, that song from Border. Oh, jaate hue lamho, zara thehro. And then I just forget. I don't know. I don't remember lyrics.
I've also learned something about you. I believe you imitate a lot of people and you do it damn well.
No. I'm not a great mimic. See, obviously I do the rock and everyone knows that. I've done that. And I would do a little bit of Mithun Chakravarti.
Harsha, Kara, Surya Chakchai मेरा नाम है जैसा गीली सिगरेट चलती नहीं वैसा तेरी मौत की तारीख टलती नहीं.
That was a very good Mithun Chakravarti.
Voice, I guess.
Who else do you mimic?
Who else do I mimic? So I met Amir sir a couple of days, and obviously he's someone I've grown up watching and stuff like that. He met me and he, throughout the night, he was like, So, how many films have you done? So I said 4, sir. No. 4? No. This is, I mean,
that's a fabulous.
So little things like that, but and I feel it comes into my acting also. Sometimes when I'm doing scenes, I'll feel there's a bit of Salman Bhai or there's a little bit of Amir, so that comes in Govinda, which people see a lot. So these come in subconsciously. They're not planned things, but I think because I've watched so much TV or watched so many films, it's just kind of ingrained in me. And I suddenly, there's a situation, because we don't make the most original films all the time. So sometimes the situations are very similar to what you've seen in something else. So then the mind just goes there and I'm like, if this person was there, he would be like, okay, okay. So these things just happen.
So you have a lot of fans, especially the teenagers and kids and stuff. So this segment is special for them.
For the kids?
Yes, not just for the kids, for any of your fans.
Okay.
We want to give your fans a chance to own something that you have owned before.
Okay.
So what have you got for us today?
I've got you something really special, something that I'm feeling sad departing with. I might just take it back. No, I'm not. I've worn it before a couple of times. Maybe some people have seen it. It's this t-shirt I got from Top Man, and it says, "Make music, not missiles."
Nice.
I bought this when I was a student in Nottingham, I remember. And it was very special to me even back then because of the message, and I've worn it a lot, so I bid you farewell.
You'll have to sign it for us.
Okay.
And the proceeds will go to charity. Yes.
Signed and
Sealed.
sealed.
Now we come to the signature part of this show.
Which is a selfie.
Yes.
Nelfie.
Nelfie. So actors lie a lot. This is a fun segment for them.
I don't lie.
Oh.
I don't.
But now I'm going to make you lie.
Okay.
Because now you're going to make 3 statements, out of which 2 are true
Okay.
and 1 is a lie. And the viewers will have to find out which one is
Which
a lie.
one is a lie?
Yes, they have to find out.
Okay.
So give your 3 statements.
For ABCD 2, I shot on Grand Canyon and I did a jump which had a drop of 5,000 feet in between without any safety, without any harness. I did that jump. Number 2 is that I'm not scared of heights. And number 3 is that I have a partially dislocated jawline. So number 2 is a lie out of these 3, that I am very petrified of heights, very, very, very scared of heights. And number 1, where I said where I jumped in the Grand Canyon, is absolutely true. No CG, no harness, no nothing. I don't even know why I did it. When I look back at it, I get scared till now. And the truth is I'm very, very scared of heights.
Now we do a quick fun 5 section.
Come on,
where
bring it
I'll
on.
ask you 5 questions which will reveal a little bit about your personality.
Okay, done.
Which is your worst fear?
Being alone.
Which is a food item that you'd never eat?
Probably snake.
People eat snakes.
Some people eat snake, I'm sure.
What are the 3 things in your dream girl that you'd absolutely want?
Honesty, just to be good to animals, and just to be pretty, beautiful. Yeah.
If you had to take a time travel and go into one of your dad's films, which one would it be?
Raja Babu.
Why?
I like the whole angle of him being adopted in it, and then the whole thing with his parents, and he's not educated. And
If you had to swap places with someone right now, who would that be?
no one. That's the truth. I want to be myself. I'm very happy with myself. It's amazing being me right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm having a great time in life.
Student of the Year has a lot of memories for you and me, both. But one of my strongest memories of you during that time was you constantly meddling with the lines of the film. I remember Karan, I used to call you Javed Saab, please say the line. So what was it? I mean, what was the confidence that you had that you could read a line and change it around?
I don't know, it's not about changing the line than me more getting comfortable with it. And I've thought about this a lot, and in fact, when I did Main Tera Hero and then I did Humpty, I did other films, I kind of stuck a lot to those lines, but I add a word or I do something other that might make it grammatically incorrect. But I feel, oh, I'm 27, people at 27 talk like that. Or I was 22, people at 22 talk like that. They don't speak that, but I get everything. I just do it so that I get more comfortable. I feel, arey, ye main hi bol raha hu.
So did you want to stab me every time I came and corrected you for the line?
Yeah, at that time probably. But at the end of the day, it just made me more disciplined as an actor going ahead. I mean, I would not be able to do a film like Badlapur if I didn't go through what I've gone through in the other films. I even feel that.
So does your mom still object to you removing your t-shirts and showing off your body in pictures?
She does, but she knows I'm not going to listen. No. As long as I don't wear my pants really low, she's cool. she gets like a lower of that.
So you're a very big Elvis fan, right? You love music. Which is your favorite album of Elvis?
I don't know. I'm Elvis's fan. Elvis's fan like I've seen a couple of his movies. I'm a rock fan. Rock is a Elvis fan.
Okay.
So, hence,
that's why
what is borrowed? I'm like a borrowed fan or something like that. But obviously I've seen a lot of his performances and stuff. I remember even during Student of the Year when we had to do the Shami Kapoor bit in the film. Yes. And Karan had told me that don't directly copy Shami sir, try and keep it more Elvis and stuff. So then I remember I went and saw, and I realized they both are the same people eventually.
Thank you so much, Varun.
Thank you
for being on the show.
Thank you. And being honest.
Oh, yes, and for being really honest.
You've been quite patient.
अच्छा मिला ना?
It's too much fun anyway, yaar.
Niranjan Iyer selfie.
Niranjan Iyer by the way.
Done. Terrified of lies. I'm very, very scared of lies. So when I actually did
Heights, not
heights,
lies.